What a picture. Okay, it's a little job this morning. The water level's still a bit low in the river, but I got these pontoons down here that I made last year, and I wasn't able to use them because I didn't have enough floats, but I made them because I was making some others that had been ordered due to the corona excuse. The guy that ordered them didn't pay, so I took the floats off them and put them on mine and welded up some brackets and hinges, and so that I got a pontoon out here so I don't keep wrecking the bottom of my boat on this. Well, these are them, and they've been here all winter and it's time to take them down. And what I did was I held the barrels in place with these straps, as you can see, and some of them worked and some of them didn't. So I've got some plastic coated chicken wire, and I'm going to use that to see if I can hold some of the floats in a better way. But the first thing is, of course, we've got this big drop down. I don't know how I'm going to manage this morning, but it's such a nice day down here, or morning, it's early morning, that I thought I would just come down and have a look. And you can see the problem is when I pull the boat up, it hits the bottom. So yeah, we'll see if we can't unwinterise the pontoons and then adapt it to fit. Since it's Sunday and I thought it would be a nice little thing to do. So anyway, we'll get our tools and stuff out the van and then unscrew and unwinterise it. They've been sat there encapsulated in snow and ice for long enough, so we can't air them out a bit. Now, I can't really remember what I did last year, so I thought an array of things that I think I might need. We'll make a start. Okay, that's the first section on. I don't try and hold this phone while I'm doing all this because I just can't work one-handed. I can't do it. I don't have anything to hold this phone in, and I don't have a tripod, and there's a whole list as long as your arm of stuff I don't have. Anyhow, so it's got a nylon strap bolted either side of the hinges, and then each hinge is connected through with a large hook bolt with two nuts tightened against each other on the end. Same that end, I'll show you how those hitches work. And these, I couldn't find what I wanted, so I made them up. No judging on the welding there, that's before I had my new stick welder. Anyway, I made up these brackets, so corner bracket, in fact I made everything, I made all these. I made the wood, I made the timber, I cut the timber, I didn't make the screws. Anyway, so you'll see how it kind of fits together. It kind of goes in an H to maximise the amount of space. That has got a bow in it, look at that. That has got a bow in it. That's gone over the winter, that has. Anyhow. Okay, so that's the first one connected. And that's just got a few barrels at the end there. And they're all in there tight, but you can see here, maybe the shadow, they're just kind of strapped in and they flip out from under the straps, which is not good when you're pulling it out of the water, because then you just end up with a... Anyhow, it hasn't worked, so I've got to do a bit of work on this next one. This is a T-piece. It kind of goes across the end here like this, and then the next one goes out this way, and then the next one goes out that way. So this next piece here, that's this piece. You can see the two sets of hinges, one there, another set of hinges at this end. And that's where these back two pontoons come off from. And then in the middle underneath there, which you can't see at the moment, there's a set of hinges which connects onto the end of this one. Now, so soon after my back surgery, I shouldn't be lifting these. So we're using the hand of God. That's a good one, Simon. You have to remember that one. Yeah, so we're using the hand of God to help me move these things. These are going to be a challenge. These came in when the water level was high, and you can literally float them up to the fixed pontoon here, flip one end up, turn them up and slide them on. When the water level's low like this, it's not so good. Anyhow, this is what I've elected to do today, so that's it. Right, let's see if we can fix some of these barrels in then. As usual, I've way underestimated the size of any one of my projects, and I just don't have enough wire. So what I've elected to do, since it's always the middle ones that spring out, is put the wire through the middle there. And then I've screwed it to the underside with roofing screws, and those three I've put nothing on there because, I mean, you know they're just going to come back and mess me about. So that's that. And now what I've done is I've given myself an additional problem, because all this chicken wire on here is going to catch on every ugly knot, stick, corner, sticky out thing. It's going to catch on the lot and get stuck underneath. So the next job there is to, well, use the hand of God, I guess, and get that into the water, and then attempt to connect it up. My God. Look at that. Have I mentioned the scenery? Oh. It's not just the scenery. There's nobody here. Well, me. But see this? See, there's no queues. There's no other humans. Just me. Me. And all that. Nothing. Silence. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. Hand of God. Well, the hand of God helped me get it this far. And now it's a case of launching it and then spinning it and bring it back. As a note, when you're launching a pontoon on a river, good idea, take an oar. Since my water dog don't like water. Now we're going to take an oar, I'm going to take a couple of hook bolts, and we're going to launch this. Go. Woohoo! She's not just steady on the pins today. Wow. Yeah, I've done it again. You know, one of the best things about being me is being me. Love it. How easy was that? Yeah, I knew this is how I had to do it. So, hand of God, a bit of shoving and pushing, bit of rowing, and ta-da, now we put the bolts on the end. So then what we do is we put our bolts around there somewhere. Nuts, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 19mm spanners. She's sitting at a bit of an angle because the other pontoons are not connected yet, but you can start to see how it's going to work, or how it does work. Not going to work. Already invented it. And then where I pushed those bolts through, these big curly bolts, you can see them sticking out there. We'll double nut the ends, attach these straps here, and move on to the next one. Alright, so we've got the extra straps on the side, and our bolts down there. Run. It's quite interesting how this. There. And now you see one pontoon goes on this side, and the other pontoon goes on that side. And we'll have an area in the middle where I put my big boat. I'd like to put my big boat, my bass boat, but my engine's got some problems. And then my little one goes on the outside of this one. And then this boat here, well, that belongs to my friend, and he's good to me, he is. I plough his snow for him, and he gives me shit that he breaks. And then I fix his shit that he breaks, and then he gives me all shit that he breaks. But he does own this bit of land, and he is kind enough to let me put my pontoon on there in return for him putting his boats on it. But it works well. It's a good relationship. Anyway, so and back up to here. That was me and her indoors. Done those. Put those in this time last year. I thought the water was a bit higher. I don't like the way that. Anyway, so now I need to get to the underside of these to put some more wire on. And the obvious thing to do is to flip that down like this and work on it on the underside. I just know that the hand of God is not strong enough to lift it back up. So if I lift that down, so it's now upside down on top of that deck there, I'm not sure the hand of God is strong enough to lift it back up. So we might just have a shuffle around and a think a minute before we get some more wire on, so we can I'll tell you, I know what's a good idea. Have a cup of coffee, that's a good idea. Put that through there, like that. And cut this other wire in here in half. Ooh. There was a body driving past. I'll cut this other wire in half. Yeah, right, be right back. So I've elected to leave that one on its side, and then I've once again wired through the centre. I've only got one bit of wire left, so I'm hoping it's enough for this one. But you can see the problem here. Right, as these barrels, these are just going to pop out. They just are. Anyway, so wired that one. I could probably lay that down the right way now. And once again, ask for the hand of God to slide that one down now. I think this pontoon here, this is my one, or my side, should I say, goes in there because it's got the white stripping on there. See that? And the reason that this has got the white stripping on is because my boats are nice. And I don't want, well, okay, my other one is. Anyway, it's better because then I haven't got fenders and that. And then because he had some broken tyres, we cut some tyres up there for the old man. And we put his little boat in on there. And I say old man, obviously I say that respectfully. There's many things I could call him, but we stick with the old man. And then we do the same on that, and then get that pontoon out there. And that will give us our kind of H-block pontoon. And it means I can get my boat off the horrible stones. Onto that, it also means that fishing becomes a little easier, because Sarah prefers to step in off the pontoon onto the boat than try and... Anyway, we just won't. Just go back to what he was doing. Oh yeah, should have done that. Right, so we move that one across and slide that one down, launch it and hook it up. I'm wondering whether that's going to give me a problem if I hook that side up first. Nah, really? No, of course not. Okay, I think what we're going to do is, wow, look at that. Have I mentioned the scenery? Have I? Look at that. Okay, that's the hand of God. Ta-da! Lovely. Anyway, cup of coffee. Get that one in the water. Okay, I'm back. When you use the hand of God to get this one in and connect it up. Hand of God. Okay, I wouldn't normally show the hand of God, but anyhow. You can just see at this point how an accident could happen real fast. You could see that coming. I get the bits that I need. A couple of spanners, 19mm, hand of God, 4 nuts. Bits of metal and water. bits of metal, they don't float in the water. Don't know why. Right. There, we just connect up the side straps now, and that's that one. And then whilst I was busy not doing anything in particular, I've also put the netting along the front of that one, so I've got to get that one in then and bolt it to the other side there, and that will give me the dock. Dang, look at that view. I got stuck. My hand of God didn't work, right? But now I have the real hand of God. There's two jokes there. I have the real hand of God who's going to help me just lift that in there. So the last one's on the deck, ready to go, and we're going to put it in. But I've done away with my camera stand, so we're going to have to do some improvisation here somehow. Which in the normal circumstances I'm quite good at. There we go. Right. What have I got? Everything.
You want me to go down that way?
Yeah, well, any which way, which is the most dangerous for you.
Which is most... okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I've been open all day, I've not needed that. And I've needed it every time I put one in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take yourself, take.
So we're just going to go...
Slide it in.
No, we have to lift it because it's that ugly wire. Right? And a bit more if we can. Okay. I can float her in now. So, you've got two options. You can stand there and balance.
Yep.
Or you can exit back up here while I...
Well, in case it gets caught again,
I'll stand and balance.
I like that idea.
That's all.
You fucking
You don't want to drop them pegs in, do you?
No, they won't go. They won't go. See what I mean about the balance?
Yeah. I'll come round there.
You
and
step
balance.
back on that.
Yeah.
I'll put that up in the air. These will all fucking line up. And it'll make my job easy. Good job, Simon.
So, in here.
See that wasp nest, look.
Oh, there's two there.
Like that. Do about then. Right. Then we want that and that. And then I'll show you.
You want to shift this onto the panel now?
I will do, but it's only light. Right, so I'll put the straps in the corners there,
Yeah.
like that, as extras. And then the straight straps to go on there. Knock these bolts in. This is where we go back to everything one-handed. Right, so don't drop camera in water. Knock them in like that. This one should have a locking nut on it. But, you know that friend I was talking about just gives me shit to repair? Well, this is where his boat goes, so if that's only got one bolt on it, it's only going to go off down there. Right, let's screw her up then, and then we'll look at the result. You can see the side straps here, look. In addition to the hinges on both sides, so now it all moves independently, goes up and down with the water level, and you can moor 3 boats on there. And all of this was made from things, old bits of pipe and things that come out of the metal skip. It's all the timber I milled myself. This has got a bit of a lean on it, this one. It's definitely got a bit of a lean on it, a bit of a twist. Lovely. Good place to go swimming from. Look at that. Okay. So, we have to moor the boat up, put the tools away, and that's us done for this morning.
And that is how you do that. Sweet. See these lovely bits of white foam here. They were the only thing I had to buy for this. So the most expensive part of this dock was these. Don't forget to turn your petrol off. That's it. Now we're ready for fishing season. So this box here, this just houses spare stuff and anything that we can't leave on the boats. Otherwise, that's it. And there you are. What is that? Right, that just wants to eat you alive. You don't want any part of that. So, thanks to my mate, it turned up just in time. Give me a hand with the heavy bit. Can't be doing anything like that. Look at that. Just amazing. Right, that's a good job. Let's go back for a cold snack and on to something else.